We all fall, and I say all with an emphasis, we all have experienced some kind of trauma. Trauma comes from an archetype that I refer to as the inner child. Going through the ups and downs of growing up, going through perhaps the dysfunctions of a family life. Those things kind of resonate, and they stay with you all of your life. Writing this book, it brought me in tune with who I was and what I needed most. And after writing it and presenting it, it really kind of took off, and people had these aha moments about, wow, I have these same kind of issues. Can you help me? Is that people think that they're too old to change. That's one. Two, if they're willing to change, they don't know how to, because there's so many things going on in their minds, and they don't know what to tackle. And the way I teach this thing is to take 3 of your top stuck points. Now, a stuck point, ladies and gentlemen, is anything outside of what you consider a problem. A problem is something you have no control over, that you need someone else to help you through. Once you've separated the idea of a problem from a stuck point, the stuck points become those things, those character traits that you can fix yourself. But there's a process to do it, and I call it progressive thinking. So there's a source for every stuck point, but there's also an alternative. But it's the in-between that brings that source and that alternative together. The one major step, Dwayne, is to get people to buy into indicting themselves. And what I mean by indicting, and I'll use myself as an example. If I can sit down and say, why is it that people don't like me? And pretty much I know the answer. Either I'm argumentative, either I'm egotistical, either I'm this kind of guy that's always angry, never has anything good to say about anything or anybody. Once I can pick these things out for myself that I have identified, not anyone else. See, the importance is you identifying yourself, because if I point the finger at you, we're going to have an argument. If can you argue with yourself? Sure enough, but you're not going to fool yourself. So that's the big point, is being able to indict, being able to say, listen, I'm flawed, I have some inconsistencies, I have some stuff going on in my head that have been there for the last 50 years. The more I sat down and got into my own head and realized that, hey, I ain't all that in a bag of chips. When I realized that it ain't all about me, then I can get out of my own way and get away from this ego that we all have. Once I was able to do that and I realized it made me laugh, because I said, man, you're your own worst enemy. And we all are. Our ways to make ourselves better. And if you're not willing to put in the time and the work, then it's not going to happen. This has to become a discipline. Just like you're going to school and you're working towards that degree in a specific discipline that you're interested in. This way of thinking has to be that process for the rest of your life.